Hello, my name is Justin Adams, and welcome to my month of Halloween movies, motherfuckers! That's right, this is the month where leaves fall, people scare other people, and losers like me watch a bunch of stupid movies for their YouTube channel. Now, I'm not really a huge horror movie guy, but I realize that there are other Halloween movies besides the stupid mindless horror, and that's the stupid mindless Disney Channel original movies that are basically horror movies. There's something about those Disney Channel original movies back then, man. It's not like they cared about characters or story. It's nothing like that. It's just that they embraced the fact that characters and story is not the main thing that they ever focus on, ever. Especially in movies about towns full of witches and goblins, a can of worms, and a boogeyman under the bed. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. Now, what am I starting with? I'm glad you asked. It's the all-time Disney Channel original Halloween classic, Halloweentown. That's right, guys. This movie is the movie that every kid in my grade was waiting for. While dressing up and getting candy was all fun and all, nothing compared to watching the Halloweentown movies. And that's right, you did hear me correctly. Movie S. There's more than one. This movie actually developed a very loving fan base that's so big, the movies still run on the channel every Halloween. And it's one of the only Disney Channel movies that spawned 3 sequels. Now, what is it that made Halloweentown so special? Is it any good? Or is it just more shit that Disney consumes into our brain cells and tries to sell it off as entertainment? Let's find out together, shall we? This movie starts off with Sophie, played by Emily Rosky. I'm sorry. She's now a martial arts instructor, so she can kick my ass if I fucked up her. She's looking out the window, and she's seeing that kids are trick-or-treating. She wants to join, but her mom, Gwen, played by Judith Hoag, forbids her kids from participating with anything Halloween-related. That seems pretty messed up, you know, I understand. I mean, she's trying to have her kids live a normal life, and she doesn't want them to rely on magic and whatnot. But do you have to ban it? I mean, think about it. If you were smart about this, you wouldn't make it a big deal. You probably hiding Halloween away from them is probably a reason or two why your oldest kid is so into magic and Halloween. I'm just saying. I'm not a parent, so, you know, you do things your own way. After telling her oldest daughter, Marnie, played by Kimberly J. Brown, that she can't go to a costume party, all hell breaks loose in Marnie's world. She's sick and tired of her mom not allowing her or her sister to do anything. As for her brother Dylan, played by Joey Zimmerman, he's totally cool with his life. Like he said, he'd rather watch a good old nature documentary. If that doesn't tell you much about his character, I don't know what else you'd want me to say. So out of the blue, their grandmother Aggie comes into town, played by Debbie Reynolds. She automatically pisses Gwen off and knows for a fact that she's going to end up doing or saying something to get the kids all hyped about Halloween. And she's right. I know that Aggie is here for a specific purpose, but it seems like she's just trying to piss Gwen off. The way that she just literally pretends she's not there and does everything she's always asked for her not to do is pretty messed up. Like, I get it. You don't like the fact that she's hiding big secrets from her kids, but then again, those are her kids. It's her decision. I'm getting too into this. So the kids are excited since Aggie brought candy and costumes and garlic to keep the vampires away, but Gwen wants her to leave almost immediately. After getting the kids to bed, Aggie tells the kids about Halloweentown. Gwen hears this, and they get into a huge fight in the kitchen. This is when we find out that Aggie is in town because she needs Gwen's help to defeat an evil force that's awakening in Halloweentown. Gwen refuses, saying she wants to be normal again. Aggie then explains that if she doesn't train Marnie soon, their powers are going to fade away. Luckily for Marnie, though, she was eavesdropping the whole conversation. Oh, those kids. Marnie goes to Dylan and tells him everything she heard Aggie tell Gwen. And of course, Dylan, being the straight man, doesn't believe her and spends almost all of his time on screen making up witty responses and trying to make Marnie look stupid. Marnie says she's going to follow Aggie home to see if she was right or not. Dylan joins because, in his words, I'm the man of the house. Okay, that was pretty funny. And then the two see a bus that comes and picks Aggie, and off they are to Halloweentown. Dylan thinks this is all just some whacked out hallucination while Marnie is in heaven. As for Sophie, they think she's back at home sleeping, but no, she made her way onto the bus somehow. I don't know, ask the writers of the movie. So the kids go to Aggie. Aggie is happy to see them, but realize that this shit is going to make Gwen so fucking mad. So she says that she will take them back by midnight in mortal time, which means they have all the time in the world. Because in Halloweentown, I guess, mortal time, it can be like 2 weeks, 2 months. That's how she explained it. It's bullshit. It's just complete bullshit. And then we meet and see all the scary and kooky characters of Halloweentown. There's Caliber, the mayor, who just so happens to know the kid's mom and dated her. I'm pretty sure he's kind of creepy. And he just loves to fuck with the little one's name and keeps calling her Soapy because why not? It's then we discover more of the evil forces that are coming into the town. Aggie explains that she has the magic stick that can help defeat the forces if they have enough light, but it doesn't have enough power, so they must make the potion from scratch. After playing with some broomsticks, Gwen discovers that the kids are gone and goes to retrieve them from Aggie. She automatically accuses Aggie of taking the children, but Aggie explains that the kids came to her to help. The kids try to convince Gwen to stay, but Gwen is persistent on living a normal life and leaving Halloween altogether. But when the evil forces zap Aggie and Gwen, freezing them into a temporary spell, it's up to Marnie, Dylan, and Sophie to get the ingredients to make the potion and get the power into the magic stick to stop the rejected Power Rangers villain from taking over Halloweentown. Meanwhile, there's this kid named Luke who everyone in town hates because he got his face done to make himself look cool and human. Ever since, the kid's been a cocky asshole who thinks he's the toughest shit. Basically, the movie wants us to really hate this guy. As of now, he'll be back. So the kids go to get the ingredients, running into weird makeup, bad CGI, and character rip-offs. Getting the ingredients together, kids say the magic spell and get the magic stick to work. They try to stop the evil force, but don't know how to get it to them. Marnie sees this big pumpkin in the middle of town and decides to put the magic stick in there so it can light up the whole town and defeat the evil force, hopefully. With the help of Luke, the guy we were supposed to hate, she goes to complete her mission. But oh no, we find out that Caliber, the mayor, is the evil force. That's right, the mayor. I know, I didn't care either. So Marnie puts the stick in the pumpkin. It hurts him for a little. It wakes Gwen and Aggie up, and they take down Caliber. Dylan finds out that he has powers too. They defeat the bad guy, and then Gwen literally asks for Aggie to move in with them. The end. That's literally the end of the movie. Now, is this movie good? Of course not. But is it bad and not entertaining? I can't say that. Not only does this movie have a special place in my heart, it's actually a lot better than the shit Disney Channel released nowadays. I mean, with stupid shit like Dog with a Blog, I can't help but give this movie credit. Now, granted, I remember the sequel to be a lot better, Caliber's Revenge, but then again, remember that the other two sequels suck major balls. Now, what's good and what's bad about this movie? Let's start with the good. The characters are actually developed quite nicely. While some of it is kind of shoehorned and just shoved down our throats, most of the information we need is given by subtle conversation, which I love when movies do that. The other thing is the performances. Most of them are pretty good, minus the guy who plays Caliber. He sucked major balls, but the kids were really good, especially the little girl who played Sophie. I usually hate those characters because the cynical money-making machine loves to make those characters overly cute and sensitive, but with Sophie, she was just naturally cute. I feel like the money-making machine wasn't fortunate, which is a big step for them, believe me. Now, what's bad is a lot of things. Like, it's dated as hell. Some of the makeup and effects look absolutely horrible, while some of it actually looks kind of decent. None of it looks good, though. And then the script is super flawed. I'm not going to rip this movie to shreds because it's a kid's movie. I'm not a total cynical prick. But I will say that most of the problems lie within the script and the makeup. The cinematography, however, is not bad. Like I said, compared to what Disney Channel does nowadays, it's as good as The Godfather. While I think it's flawed and has some issues, Halloweentown is still an enjoyable movie with engaging performances. It could have been a lot worse, and it certainly does get a lot worse. But this movie, it's not as bad as what's to come. That's what I think about Halloweentown. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Yes!